and welcome to today's video. Today's video is a little bit different, but I thought I would do a full face of Too Faced. Yeah, it sounds really funny, but yeah, full face of Too Faced / trying Too Faced makeup video. I was recently asked what my favourite makeup brand was, and as soon as that person asked the question, she kind of like took it back and was like, oh, maybe I'm not allowed to ask that. But I started to think about it, and the one brand that I sometimes accidentally end up using like almost a full face from is Too Faced. It's quite expensive, but the way to pick your favourite brand, in my opinion, is you pick what products are the most important to you. For me, that's foundation and mascara, and from Too Faced I am more than happy to use their foundation and their mascara, and I pretty much use them on a daily basis. There was other contenders like YSL. I love YSL, but their foundations break me out, and in my opinion, like, no one does mascara like Too Faced does. Too Faced better than Sex Mascara. Foundations, there's probably better ones than the Too Faced one, but the Too Faced one is amazing, and I reach for it so much that I'm gonna probably say Too Faced is my favourite, if not like top 2 favourite makeup brands. I just love it so much. So I thought I would share with you what products I have from them, what I think of them, this makeup look. I am hoping to do a few more videos of these, so I hope you enjoy it, but let's get started with the Too Faced goodness. So the first thing I'm going to start with is primers. 2 primers I use from Too Faced. The first one is a Too Faced Hangover Replenishing Face Primer, and then I also use the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Eyeshadow Primer, but I'm going to start with the face one first. This one's really great if you've got quite dehydrated skin like I do. I just think it really helps prep the skin for foundation, and kind of it stops my foundation from clinging to dry patches, which does happen quite a lot with me. Really like this primer. This primer's up there being one of my absolute favourites. Then on to Shadow Insurance. This one I really like. I use this pretty much every day. However, not necessarily the best primer out there. If you have particularly oily lids, I don't think this is incredible, but if you've got just kind of like normal lids and you just want something that's going to keep your eyeshadow in place and make it look more vibrant, then I really like this one. On to eyeshadows, and I have 4 palettes. I'm going to start with the ones I've had for longest. The first one is Too Faced Natural Eyes. I love this palette loads. It's got some mattes, some shimmers, and they're all kind of like brown or champagne shades. Then on to the Chocolate Bar. Again, really like this palette. These shades here are really amazing. I just love them. Largely these kind of brown champagne shades again. It does have these purples just here at the end. Don't think I've used this one yet, but this is the Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar. These both have a chocolate scent, by the way. And this one looks like this. Maybe I have used this, I can't remember. Other than this blue, they're all very wearable shades, and I actually think this is going to be the palette I'm going to use today. Thought I broke it there. And then my newest addition is the Too Faced The Power of Makeup by Nikki Tutorials. It was made by Nikki Tutorials, which is a YouTuber here on YouTube, which is a girl here on YouTube. She is incredible. Again, I haven't tried these. I love that they have like blushers, like a highlight and a bronzer here at the bottom, and the shadows. Some of the shadows are a little bit out there for me, but I actually think I'm going to use this for the highlighter and the blush today. But like I said, I'm going to use the Semi-Sweet palette, and I'm going to start with a quick wash of coconut cream all over my eyelid. Also worth noting, I don't have any Too Faced brushes, so none of these brushes are by Too Faced. To cover any redness or discoloration and give me quite a clean base. Then with a fluffy brush, I'm going to go into mousse, just into the crease to kind of shape that out. And I'm going to apply Bon Bon all over my lid, just this kind of rusty colour. These are really smooth. I love the colours. They're not like super pigmented, but sometimes I think that's quite nice, because otherwise it can get a bit like daunting and scary. So if you aren't an eyeshadow pro, that's fine with these. These orange shades are really popular, which is why I went for this colour today. I'm just going to go in with peanut butter and blend that out. Like that. I'm probably going to come back to my eyes after. But for now I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I have spoken about this foundation loads and loads. And I pretty much use this foundation every day. Probably about, if not every day, maybe like 3-4 times a week, which is quite a lot for me. I'm just going to take 2 pumps of this. You only really need 1, but I'm applying it with the Artiste brush, which I am loving at the moment. But I think it absorbs quite a lot of product, so you need a little bit more. Also, I don't know if I mentioned, I am the shade Nude. I have a few of these and lots, like I have quite a lot of shades in this. So I do change quite regularly. But at the moment, Nude is about right. If you have particularly dry skin like I do, just be sure to hydrate before using this foundation. It does work. I've got the primer on under and I think that helps a lot. So just bear that in mind. If you're oily, I think this would be quite nice though. But do let me know if you've tried this and what you thought. This foundation's a tiny bit light on some patches of my face and I may have applied too much. So I find this foundation to be quite matte, which I don't typically love, but it's kind of like natural rather than matte in my opinion. But I don't have any Too Faced concealer, so I'm just going to go in with my regular Urban Decay one. So I'm going to go back to eyes and I'm just going to quickly add in a bit of liner. This is the Sketch Marker You're So Too Faced by Too Faced. It's a felt tip nib, really thin, not too long. Quite like it. Not necessarily my favourite ever, but it is very good. Now, probably my favourite Too Faced product of all has to be the Better Than Sex mascara. If you haven't tried Too Faced yet, then I would highly recommend you start with the mascara. I'm going to apply that for you now. I'm hoping you can see the difference with like one really quick coat. I think my lashes look completely different. I really love this mascara. Look, so different and just such an amazing mascara. I have started trying other mascaras. I feel like I'm cheating on this one. For about maybe like a year and a half, I just used this one and it's still my favourite. It's just the best. I'm just going to run a tiny bit of shadow under my eye, taking that peanut butter colour. Orange eyes are so popular at the moment. It's that Kylie Jenner effect again. So I don't have any Too Faced brow products. So I'm gonna do that off screen and come back. So I used Benefit brow products and then I also added a bit of mascara to my bottom lashes. I thought my camera was filming, but it wasn't. I'm gonna take a little bit of Butter Pecan shadow just under the brow bone. Under the brow even, onto the brow bone. And then a little tiny bit onto my inner corner. Oh, this is such a beautiful shade. I think I mentioned it, but it's called Butter Pecan. Actually, generally, I'm just really in love with the eyeshadow. I think it's very autumnal. Too Faced has some fabulous bronzers. I have a few of them. Oh, this is really not the one I wanted, though. So I seem to have misplaced the one I wanted, but this is what they look like. This one here is the Pink Leopard, which is a really nice one if you're in a bit of a rush and you want like a blusher bronzer duo. Inside the Too Faced The Power of Makeup by Nikki Tutorials, I spotted even the Chocolate Soleil, which is what I wanted anyway. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that onto a brush. These are quite pigmented, so just be a little bit careful. And I'm just going to run that along my cheeks and along the hairline. And then I'm going to take from the same palette the I Will Always Love You blush, which usually look like this. They're super cute. This is Justify My Love. Look how beautiful they are. A bit of colour, that was really pigmented, to my cheeks. I'm just going to blend that out. And then for the lips, my lips are dry. I'm going to apply a bit of By Terry Balm de Rose. They're like flaky and stuff. It's not cute. I'm a bit sick at the moment, I think that's why. But for lips, I love these Too Faced Melted lipsticks. They have the normal ones, they have metallic ones, which I really dislike. I just don't understand why. But, you know, some people might be into metallic lips. And they have the chocolates, which smell incredible and are pretty sweet. This one is chocolate milkshake. I actually didn't take this on holiday, but my boyfriend for some reason had it inside his toiletry bag, and I ended up using it pretty much every day on holiday. They have like a little squeezy nib, and then I think I mentioned they smell of chocolate, which is nice. Maybe that's why he took it. And that's the finished look. I personally love it, and I really hope you guys enjoyed the video too. I hope I kind of explained why I love Too Faced so much. It is somewhat expensive in my opinion, but I think the products are really good quality. I think with some brands you pay for packaging, and the packaging is so beautiful that I think you do pay a little bit for packaging. The quality wise they're still amazing, and there is nothing that I have tried from them that I wouldn't use, apart from the metallic, what are they called, melted lipsticks, which I'm not a huge fan of. There's nothing I wouldn't use. I really love the brand. I would be sad to see it leave my collection, and I just think if you haven't tried Too Faced, then definitely do. My top product to try would be the mascara. The eyeshadows are amazing. This primer is amazing. These are amazing. Basically, I really love the brand. Let me know what brand you would like me to do this sort of video for about next. I have a favourite drugstore brand, and maybe I am tempted to do that as my next video, but do let me know, and I shall see you all tomorrow. Bye.